Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today with a Fallout 4 discussion video. Today we are going to be talking about the synth at the end of the Far Harbor trailer and who exactly is he. And now a quick warning that a lot of this I did mention at the end of my in-depth analysis video, but considering that it was 16 minutes and 42 seconds long and based off my viewer retention analytics as well as the comments I continuously see afterwards, I wanted to make a separate video on the matter so you guys could quickly look at that and get the information you wanted there. Anyway, let's get into what I feel on this. I don't believe that this is Nick Valentine here at the end. I just don't believe it. Part of it is just a hunch, but obviously a hunch does not justify a video. Bethesda does show spoilers in their trailers naturally like anyone else, and it is quite irritating, but if that is Nick, to me that would just be the equivalent of revealing who the Mechanist is during the Automatron trailer. Like, this seems like a big point in the DLC, this big, crazy, scary looking synth, and I just feel like to show that that might be Nick or hint at the fact that that might be Nick, I just don't think that Bethesda would give that up and show their cards that early. Also, one key thing that has separated Nick from the other synths in Fallout 4 are his eyes. They've always glowed a very unique color, and with that said, we don't see that on this synth here at the end. But who is this synth? That is the question we are trying to answer today. I personally believe he is a prototype that is similar to Nick Valentine. Now, when we first meet Nick, he says, quote, "As far as I know, I've never seen any other synths like myself," and then follows that up with, "There's the older ones that are dumb as rocks and all metal, and then there's newer ones that are almost human. I'm somewhere in between." And this synth definitely looks like something that's in between as well if we're going off the description Nick gave us. Obviously, given the fact that how he looks and everything, he is not dumb as rocks, he's not just all metal, but he's obviously not human looking like, for example, a Mayor McDonough. So to me, he definitely looks like the type of synth that would sit in that in-between area similar to Nick. The only difference is that half his face isn't ripped off. So in the end of the day, what I think this is the leader of the synth colony. What exactly his personality is and all that stuff, we're not exactly sure. It could be a big reveal, could be like perhaps memories from someone else in the past that might relate to Nick Valentine in some way. That would be cool. Or it could just be another brand new character. Who knows? It could be a lot like the Mechanist reveal in Fallout 4. Another point I would like to bring up is that when you're raising your affinity with Nick, if you ask him what he remembers of the Institute, he'll tell you how his whole life was just him in an isolated test chamber, and then all of a sudden you wake up on the other side.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years. And someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world.
Now, could this new synth have potentially been waking up on the other side during the trailer? With all of these mechanical attachments to wires and all that stuff, it would seem like some sort of transfer process was going down. Now, mind you, that is just speculation, but still, given the way he looks, I don't believe he's just walking around with like 40 wires attached to his skull. It seems like something was actually going on during this. Now, obviously, we won't know for sure until we get our hands on the DLC, but I kind of wanted to make this video just to kind of challenge the idea that I truly don't believe this is Nick. It is possible that maybe his memories got transferred to another synth, and obviously there could be story reasons for that, but from the outside looking in, to me that just doesn't make sense. Why would he switch bodies? There could be specific reasons, but to me personally, I don't see why Nick would end up in that body. Who knows though? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic in the comments down below, so be sure to let me hear them, people. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links are as always in the description. Check out sugarbomb.com, the place by Bethesda fans for Bethesda fans. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.